Thursday, we are following last night's GOP debate. We've got the reaction this morning, and we're tracking the latest developments in the Middle East. The U.S. striking back against Iranian-backed forces in Syria, while negotiations intensify to bring some hostages held by Hamas home. Top national security spokesman John Kirby will join us to discuss that and so much more right here on GMA.
From now through December 12th, you can donate a pair of new shoes or socks to any of the 7 SAPD substations around town. It's all part of the Share the Shoes campaign. Every donation will be given to a child in need of new shoes through the Zapatos program. Donate to any SAPD substation. 2 people accused of a crime called jugging are now in police custody. Ahead in our next hour, GMSA, what we've learned from the SAPD overnight. Plus, some local students growing new skills in a big way, how a farm program is inspiring their future. And up next, the Spurs continue to struggle mightily on the road, this time in New York City. How it went down last night and what comes next. And checking TransGuide for you. Early bird commuters, 410 at Villamayne looks good. So does 410 at Ray Ellison, but you will have some company on the roads. It's Thursday, and you're watching GMSA.
This morning on GMSA, the actors' strike in Hollywood officially over. How that could affect your favorite shows and movies next year.
2 dogs attack a man while he was on a walk last night. We'll tell you where, how he's doing now, and what happened to the 2 dogs involved.
Let's look out there with live cam. Happy cold front day, although it does not feel like that right now. We're starting at 72 degrees.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. Rise and shine, 6 o'clock on your Thursday, November 9th.
Yes, we made it to Thursday, and we hope you're looking forward to a little change of the weather because that will happen today.
It is cold front day. Her left arm is prepared. Her right arm is not.
Well, it's still hot outside.
I like that. That's the first part of the day on the right side there.
Right.
It's the second part of the day.
I'm
East and
prepared.
west. I get it.
Okay, now, and then the sleeve, what, zips on? No. All right,
Jacket.
Am I going nuts here, or is the top of the Tower of the Americas kind of lit up purple?
Possibly.
It looks like jewels, and then the signs right there by the dome, kind of orangey and blue. That's kind of neat looking. Stands out in front of the gray
pretty.
skies out there. All right, you walk outside and you're like, what front? Well, it is coming now. This rain out in parts of the hill country is pretty much developing along or ahead of the front, I should say. And this is all part of the overrunning situation that's going to be going on. What that means is all this moisture, as you can see, these things are moving pretty much from southwest up to northeast. So we will get the cooler air, which is going to slide down in here from the northwest, shallow layer, and then this slides on top. And with that combination, we keep clouds around pretty much now through Monday, Tuesday, and also we keep some of these showers around off and on over the course of the next 4 or 5 days. Temperatures out there right now, there's nothing that screams front, nothing that whispers front. Looking at these numbers, 69 in Kerrville, Comfort, 73 here in town. Whole bunch of allergens out there. And as far as the rest of today, we are actually going to be staying steady this morning and then warming up throughout the course of the morning with some rain. We've got that rain out to the west. It's going to sort of continue to develop, become a bit more widespread. So rain chances and coverage are going to be going up throughout the day. 74 at noon. This is when the front's going to move through here in town. And then temperatures will be dropping down into the low 60s by late this afternoon. So this is not one of those fronts where all of a sudden it comes through and the temperatures just plummet by 15, 20 degrees and the air dries out. So we're not going to get that. We will get drier air coming in here, but still enough humidity. And with the cloud cover, we won't see those big swings in temperatures. So 60 later on this afternoon, we'll only drop to the mid-50s by tomorrow morning, and that's going to be the situation through the weekend. Rain chances, like I said, do pick up later on today, tonight, first part of the day tomorrow. Lull in the action, another rain chance. We'll get all the temperatures sorted out and get ready to hang on to your hat. It's going to be windy today. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. So, any problems out there?
Oh, we don't have big problems, but we are expecting to see a little bit more activity out there now that we've entered 6 a.m. here, Mike. 410, you saw it at Ray Ellison. Traffic, again, driving right out of your screen there. And a lot of these shots at TransGuide, some of which show a pretty smooth commute. Others are showing a little bit more of traffic picking up. Always expected now that we have entered 6 a.m. So be on the lookout. As we take you to our map, there's a little bit of congestion also building at that 410 I-35 interchange heading northbound. We did have overnight work, but I'll talk to our friends at TransGuide to make make sure crews have wrapped up. But watch out if you're traveling along the southbound lanes of I-35. We do have a stalled vehicle reported near Thousand Oaks. Again, in those southbound lanes, but not causing an issue with delays. Expect delays a little bit later on. But for now, it's still pleasant from Pleasanton along I-37 northbound with 27 minutes right here to the Alamo City. If you're heading along US 90 eastbound from Castroville, 28 minutes is what drivers can expect. And about a 15-minute drive time along I-35 northbound if you are heading in from Lytle. One last look here, at 37 at Jones Avenue. Traffic moving at the north and southbound lanes without any trouble, but US 90 pretty quiet right now, but work is expected to ramp back up along those lanes. I'll tell you what to expect coming up a little bit later on. Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a vicious dog attack on the west side. San Antonio police tell us a neighbor with a gun stepped in.
Our Sarah Costa is following this story closely, and she joins us now live. And Sarah, what can you tell us about the case?
Good morning, Mark and Steph. You know, this is still an ongoing investigation, and we're working to learn more details about it. But here is what we know so far. So it happened last night around 8:30 on South San Gabriel Avenue. That's not far from West Commerce Street and South General McMullen. Police say a 40-year-old man was walking down the street when he was attacked by two dogs. That's when we are told a neighbor saw what was happening, pulled out a gun, and shot both of those dogs. One of the dogs was killed and the other was taken to an animal hospital by Animal Care Services that also responded to this dog attack. That man that was attacked is expected to be okay. He was taken to a local nearby hospital. As for the owner of those dogs, police gave him a citation. Other than that, we are working to get more information on this dog attack that happened on the city's west side. Live from downtown, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Mark, Steph.
San Antonio Crime Stoppers asking for your help in finding information leading to who's behind the murder of Oscar Allen Thompson exactly 5 years ago today. Thompson was shot and killed November 9th, 2018. Police say he was driving a friend home early that morning in the 300 block of Stonegate Drive on the city's west side. That's when someone drove up next to them and fired a gun multiple times. Thompson was hit, lost control of the car, and crashed into a pole. He died at a hospital. Yeah, call 210-224-STOP if you have any information.
Turning now to the Middle East, Iran-backed militants across the region have warned of a bigger conflict due to U.S. support for Israel's war on Hamas. On the ground, new video shows Israeli airstrikes targeting Hamas in Gaza. Israeli ground forces say they have destroyed 130 Hamas tunnels, including one near a school. Meanwhile, over 400 U.S. citizens have been able to escape Gaza in recent days, including a Michigan man and his wife, finally back home.
Everybody's scared and bomb everywhere. When I go sleep, we cannot sleep. Maybe I sleep in the chair like 30 minutes a day.
Sources say Israel is considering a proposal from Egypt and Qatar for a humanitarian pause in exchange for the release of dozens of hostages held by Hamas.
In your morning headline, a scary scene in the Houston area after a massive explosion at a chemical plant. This happened in the town of Shepherd, which is almost an hour north of Houston. Black smoke could be seen from miles away, and people who live in the area had to stay in their home for hours. That shelter-in-place order has since been lifted. Officials say there's only one employee at the plant that suffered minor burns.
In West Texas, the U.S. Geological Survey says a 5.2 magnitude earthquake struck just before 4:30 Wednesday morning near the town of Mentone. The town is near the border of Texas and New Mexico and about 200 miles east of El Paso. Right now, there are no reports of any injuries or damage. Last year, the same area was hit by a 5.4 magnitude earthquake.
Over in Hollywood, SAG-AFTRA, the union representing about 160,000 actors, has reached a deal with the major TV and movie studios to end its strike. After nearly 4 months, it was by far the longest strike ever for film and television actors. The union says details would be made public after a meeting today. Film crew members as early as today could return to productions that were paused mid-shoot when the strike began, including Deadpool 3 and Gladiator 2. The timing could save next year's summer movie season.
If work couldn't begin this month on shows, then there wasn't going to be anything happening until January. And that was a very scary prospect for everyone.
Now for TV episodes, new episodes of your favorite shows could still be months away. Before we go to break, federal authorities say they've busted a high-end brothel network on the East Coast.
And they say most of those clients were high-profile doctors, lawyers, and elected officials.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley breaks down the bizarre deals in the case.
Federal investigators say the network of brothels for ultra-rich clients operated out of the Boston area and the Washington, D.C. suburbs.
This commercial sex ring was built on secrecy and exclusivity, catering to a wealthy and well-connected clientele.
They say the brothels were promoted online with photos of scantily clad women. Officials say after their personal information was verified, clients would be offered sex services, some costing more than $600 per hour.
These websites facilitated the movement of predominantly Asian women across the United States for sex trafficking and a commercial sex ring, exploiting them in the process.
The brothels were allegedly run out of high-end apartment buildings, including this one in the Boston suburb of Watertown. Investigators say the ringleader, one of 3 people now charged in this case, was seen delivering women and exchanging cash. Officials have yet to reveal any of the clients' names so far, but here's how they describe them.
They are doctors, they are lawyers, they are accountants, they're elected officials. They are executives at high-tech companies and pharmaceutical companies. They're military officers, government contractors, professors, scientists. Pick a profession, they're probably represented in this case.
At least 2 of the 3 suspects face a court hearing next week. As for the clients, about 20 were interviewed for the investigation, but officials say there could be hundreds more. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
10 minutes past the hour, 72 degrees.
And after the break, the Spurs continue to struggle on the road, this time in New York City. How it all went down last night and what comes next.
Temperature's about to go down, and we have a chance of rain outside with live cam, though. Status quo, 72 degrees, lots of clouds out there and plenty of humidity. Mike will update you on the timing of that front and potential showers coming up. Back. 19-year-old Victor Wembanyama's Madison Square Garden debut was one he'd like to forget as the Knicks blew out the Spurs last night. New York scored the first 13 points and led 33-16 after the first quarter. Wemby had 2 points in the first half. Free throws, he missed all 5 of his field goal attempts. Knicks led 65-51 at the half. All right, third quarter, Spurs trailing by 30 when Wemby sinks his first basket of the game with 3:19 left in the third. He finished with 14 points, going 4 for 14 from the floor. Yuck. Jeremy Sohan led the Spurs with 16. Devin Vassell returned from injury and had 4 points off the bench. Knicks led from start to finish, and by as many as 30. They win it in a blowout, 126-105. So looking at the Spurs coming back home to host the Minnesota Timberwolves tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Frostbank Center. This is a part of the NBA in-season tournament group play, so fans can expect the court to look a little different.
Right. Well, everybody has a bad game. That's what I tell my daughter. So go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go.
Time now, 6:15. Let's check back with our Stephen Cavazos.
Yep, and traffic also looking pretty bad here at 35 North at Loop 410 as we get a wider shot. And you could see slowdowns pretty much back to back out there. This is the same shot we showed you when we opened the show at 5 a.m. And you could still see traffic is moving slow, flashing lights off in the distance. That looks like there is some road work that is delayed out there along that interchange. So be on the lookout. As well as if you're heading southbound at I-35 southbound at Thousand Oaks, we still have that stalled vehicle out there. So check those vehicles before you hit the roads and pack that patience if you encounter any slowdowns. Now, to give you a wider look at the map, again, pretty green, not a lot to show you out there, but plan ahead along US 90. The installation that we've been talking about throughout the week will continue all the way up until tomorrow, but the work starts at 9 in the morning and hopefully will finish at 3 in the afternoon. Alternating ramp closures is what drivers can expect to see from 36th Street to Couples Road. Get those phones out and scan this QR code. That takes you to our traffic page. We have a full list of all the closures on our website at ksat.com. There's a lot happening in and around the Alamo City. The roads are never really quiet, but I would say keep those phones out while you can, because we have some No Shave November news.
We do. Yeah, No Shave November is underway, and the magnificent men of KSAT are growing out our beards for a good cause.
So they're raising money for 12 cancer foundations. And if you'd like to donate, you can scan that QR code on your screen right now to learn more.
Now, last year, the Magnificent Men of KSAT raised more than $30,000 to benefit cancer research, treatment, and prevention.
Yes.
You like my new spin on?
I love it. Here's the leaderboard.
Okay.
Adam Barraza, one of our photojournalists, is still at the top there with $250. But Steven, hey, you're catching up. Steven Cavazos in second at $225.
Good job.
Actually, you, Justin and Mike.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a horse race, top 5 places there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I know this is kind of a team event, but Mike, I'm coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you see
he's trailing right behind you, Mike.
Yes, the magnificent Mark is right there, right behind Mike.
You know, like we were saying last year, if you take over the lead, wonderful, because that means we're just getting donations.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
It's all in good fun.
But then you got to donate to me to make it. So, I'm kidding. Back to Wemby. Quick question. Team Gray here, by the way. Let's go, team.
Shameless plug.
Okay, he's a 19-year-old kid. Is there a little bit of that kind of like, whoa, I'm in Madison Square Garden?
He actually said
intimidation factor.
before the game yesterday that Madison Square Garden was smaller than he thought. So I don't know.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
So,
I've never been.
I mean, still there'd be that, kind of like,
Yeah.
kind of factor when people,
a
play
little
up so
bit.
high.
Sure.
So, all right,
I'm
this
sure
morning-
he would be equally as in awe of your beard this morning.
Yeah. Anyway, low threshold there. 70 this morning and pretty steady temperatures. Will go up somewhat by noon, but then drop down by late this afternoon, 62 degrees. Now, again, this front is not the one where temperatures just, fall off a cliff, but it is going to be really, really blustery, and we'll have some of the rain around there. So it's going to be sort of that damp chill. You look like you're thinking of something to say. So.
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
All right.
Take a look outside. It's still dry out there by 410 and I-10 on the near northwest side. However, we do have these showers, and just kind of look at the big picture. Notice how this line, which is developing quite nicely from northwest of Concan up through Lakey and up northeast of Rock Springs. And this is all moving off to the northeast. Now, out ahead of this, obviously, we do have some of these light showers here covering a good portion of Bandera County, right here throughout, just kind of spattered around Medina County, a couple of them to the west of Hondo. Nothing is showing up here in town as of yet. Maybe on the far northwest side. Could be a couple of little sprinkly showers up here by Jefferson, Leon Valley, just one or two of them. But we will start to see more of this rain as the morning rolls on, as all this moves on in here. Now, of course, the direction of this is coming in from the southwest. The front moves on down from the northwest. So we have an overrunning situation. Cool air at the surface, all the moisture, all the clouds, all the rain on top of that. So throughout the course of the morning, as the front continues to work its way on in here, we will continue to see more widespread coverage of some of this rain. A couple of heavier pockets as well, a couple of heavier downpours. And then even going into this afternoon, what we'll be on the lookout for is some of this forming up off here to the east of us, where we'll see some of those heavier showers. Rain overnight tonight, and then tomorrow, notice how sort of a lull in the action, maybe a couple of leftover sprinkles in the morning hours, but basically just cloudy skies throughout tomorrow. So here's where the front is right now, just off to the northwest. It has moved through San Angelo. San Angelo has actually dropped down a couple of more notches just in the past few hours. And as far as temperatures throughout the rest of today, like I said, we peak at noon, and then we'll drop down from there into the low 60s by right around dinner time, and then not really drop down that much, a few more degrees. We're not going to see the huge swings in temperatures from the lows to the highs with this front like we had, those 30, 35, almost 40 degree swings in temperatures with that last front. Wind, boy, you're going to know when this thing comes on through here. We're going to see those gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour in portions of the hill country and here in town again. Shooting for noon as the time it moves on through. Very blustery all day long around here. Jumping ahead to Sunday, we have another shot at some rain around here. And this is the one model which is much more bullish with this rain on Sunday. And this is going to be Sunday night into Monday. And then that is going to kind of move on out of here. And then we'll start to clear out and actually warm up quite a bit once we get into the latter part of next week. But until then, notice how temperatures are very, very steady. Highs right around low 60s, lows mid 50s. 5 degrees on average between the low and the high over the course of the weekend. We have rain today. Front moves through at noon. Temperatures will be dropping down, and then sort of a lull in the action tomorrow. Saturday, first part of the day on Sunday. Any outdoor activities? Wurzfest this weekend. And going to be chilly, though. Again, grab your jacket before you head out the door this morning and an umbrella. Another decent rain chance Sunday into Monday.
Very good. And then the Veterans Parade, Saturday morning, maybe just a light jacket.
A jacket, definitely. And a couple little sprinkly showers are possible, but shouldn't be any sort of a rain out at all.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mike.
622, 72 degrees.
And we'll be right back with your consumer headlines.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
In the morning consumer headlines, a new crackdown from Google. The company says it will permanently delete millions of Gmail, Drive, and Photos accounts that have been inactive for at least 2 years' time. Google says the purge is aimed at protecting users from security threats and hacking.
Airbnb is offering a new feature to simplify access for users. Hosts will be able to send their guests smart lock codes through the Airbnb app. Those codes will be activated when guests arrive, then deactivated when they leave.
Spotify's premium users can now stream 15 hours of free audiobook content per month as a part of their subscription. That amount of free streaming should cover 2 audiobooks. Spotify says its catalog is about 200,000 books, but not all of them are eligible for free streaming.
The time now is 6:26 and 72 degrees for now.
I'm seeing a slowdown 35 at 410, and there it is. We'll talk to Stephen coming up right here on Good Morning San Antonio. Glad you're with us. We'll be right back. This morning on GMSA, 2 people accused in a crime called jugging are now in San Antonio police custody. What we've learned from SAPD overnight.
Plus, finding an affordable place to live can be challenging. How the city is hoping to help with that, but you're going to want to hurry up to get some assistance.
And as we look outside with live cam this morning, counting down the hours to our next big cold front and our chance of rain.
Hi, good morning. We made it to Thursday. It is November 9th.
Mike Osterhage is standing by with cold front day details. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Again, you walk outside this morning on what cold front. It is not in the area yet, but don't be caught off guard. Take a jacket, take an umbrella, because we have some rain already, and then the front's going to be working its way through here in going for 5.5 hours here in town, right around noon, obviously sooner in the hill country. A lot of clouds, dry roads out there at 10 at 410. We've got a temperature 73 degrees. So this is the warmest morning we've had so far this week. This is preceding the front when it starts to warm up. Also, a lot more humidity. No wind to speak of as of right now. Here's what it looks like on radar. Obviously, what you first notice is this line of some decent downpours out here in parts of the hill country, Lakey up north of there, and just about to Concan. But notice the direction this is taking, up to the northeast. So all coming in from the southwest. This is the moisture that's streaming in here from the Pacific Ocean, and it's overrunning the cold air that's going to be down here at the surface. And that's why this is going to be a different front than what we had a couple of weeks ago. We're going to keep a lot of clouds around. Humidity's not going to really be dropping all that much. Obviously, temperatures will drop somewhat. Out ahead of this, we do have some of these just little scattered light showers, even a few of them on the northwest side. So don't be surprised if you see a few little light sprinkly showers this morning. And then rain will begin to sort of pick up in aerial coverage, spread out more and also somewhat in intensity. Now, temperatures all around the area, well above normal, upper 60s even in the hill country. Got a whole laundry list of allergens out there. The front is just north of the hill country right now, so we'll have a few showers this morning. obviously more out to the west and very warm. Comes through at noon here in town, sooner in the hill country. Wind's going to be shifting around. That's one of the biggest things we're going to be noticing is the winds are going to be 15, 25 miles per hour, gusting 30 at times, even stronger than that. And we'll have some rain. Temperatures will make sort of a slow decline with this front. So we'll be right around 60 late afternoon dinner time. That's here in town. And then tomorrow, some morning rain overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We get sort of a lull in the rain action throughout the rest of the day tomorrow into Saturday. It's going to be chilly and cloudy, though. Temperatures aren't going to be getting out of the low 60s or in a lot of places even out of the upper 50s. Then we'll see some more rain move in here late Sunday into Monday and still chilly. What happens beyond that? Details coming up in a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority been pretty quiet over on the highways and byways, right?
It has, Mike. The only thing we've really had this morning, folks, is the construction that was taking place here at 35 North at Loop 410, part of the Northeast Expansion Project. That work began overnight, and it looks like we have finally finished at least a part of it this morning. We still have flashing lights out in the distance, so don't be surprised if you see some delays out there, but be on the lookout. We saw the stall in the area as well along I-35 southbound at Thousand Oaks Drive. Again, as we get the morning commute moving around this hours where things really start to shift out on the roadways. Another stall vehicle reported here at 281 northbound at Jones-Maltzberger Road. But now let's just give you a wider view of the map. I'm expecting to see a little bit more of that congestion creep in around this time, and there it is along US 90 eastbound. So that's always the first spot where we tend to see a big chunk of red out there. That indicates people are waking up and heading right here to the Alamo City. I'm going to keep a close eye on the roadways, but it does look like this road work has completed for now, but more is always on the way. I'll have more details for you on your morning drive coming up a little bit later on. Mark.
Stephen, thank you. Police have arrested 2 Houston teenagers for jugging at a bank on San Antonio's northwest side.
Jugging is when a suspect follows someone after taking money out of the ATM, then steals that money from them. Our Sarah Costa is live downtown. And Sarah, how were police able to track down these teenagers?
Good morning, Mark and Steph. Well, those police happened to be at that Northwest Side Bank when that crime was committed. Before they even knew someone was robbed, they spotted a suspicious vehicle at that bank and started to follow it. They followed it to Ingram Park Mall across the street, and that's when they got the call that someone had been robbed at that bank. So police began to follow those suspects to 6 other bank locations with Eagle flying overhead. Eventually, SAPD says those officers were able to take the suspects into custody without incident at I-10 and Warsbach. Both suspects are from Houston, and they are both 19 years old, named Jonathan Williams and Cameron Williams. They are not related. Police want to remind the community to be vigilant after taking money out from the bank.
I highly suggest that do not go during dawn, right, or during when it's very dark, because that's when it can happen more often. So if you see anyone approach you, be careful. If you're going to an ATM, make sure that there are other people around.
SAPD says to also never display your money out in the open. Of course, also not to post about it on social media. Now, both are being charged with felony theft of a person. One of them actually has a criminal history of a similar crime. Live from downtown, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Mark, Steph.
Sarah, thank you. Also new this morning, San Antonio police say a man is recovering after being attacked by dogs on a walk. Happened around 8:30 last night in the 100 block of South San Gabriel. Police said the man was walking down the street and it was attacked by 2 dogs. A neighbor walked out, saw what was happening, and shot the dogs. One dog is dead. The other was taken to an animal hospital by Animal Care Services. Police say the owner of the dogs was given a citation.
And starting today, San Antonio's Animal Care Services has 16 more officers ready to answer calls across the city. This is the largest graduating class for ACS Cadet Training Program, and it is the first of its kind in Texas. The increase in hires comes in the wake of a push by City Council to increase support and speed up calls for service times for the department. In 2022, ACS had 87,000 calls for service. In 2023, that number went up to 95,000. The additional officers brings that total number of ACS officers on the streets to 46, plus 35 first responders and 11 investigators. The ACS director says the salary increase and paid apprenticeship is boosting recruiting.
And it's going to provide us an immense amount of capability. And these were the positions, again, that we were able to obtain in the mid-year to kind of start building up in preparation for FY24. So we're ahead of the game because City Council gave us that capability. And now we're getting ready to start recruiting for our next class.
The next training program starts in a few weeks, and you can find the link to apply on our website at ksat.com.
The search for affordable housing has been an ongoing struggle for many, but there is help available. Opportunity Home is accepting applications for its Housing Choice Vouchers program. It's designed to help low-income families, the elderly, and those with disabilities. If you take a look at your screen, applicants must meet federal income requirements based on their family size. A single person could qualify with a maximum income of $49,150. While a family of 4 could be eligible with a maximum income of just over $70,000. Opportunity Home hopes to help 15,000 applicants this year.
If you've seen the housing plan for the city of San Antonio and Bexar County recently, 95,000 households are facing the challenge of finding affordable housing options.
The deadline to apply is the end of day next Wednesday, November 15th. That's just under a week from now. We've added information on how to apply over at ksat.com.
And the time now is 6:38 and 72 degrees for now.
Glad you're with us. Some local students are growing new skills just to head how a farm program is inspiring their future. 6:42. Welcome back to GMSA. Idea Public Schools enhancing the way their students are able to get food by growing, harvesting fruits, vegetables at 12 of their locations.
Our producer Haley Powers takes us behind the scenes of that farm program at Idea East Side.
All right, y'all, once you've done that, come and grab a shovel.
It's amazing. It's like I'm able to be outside instead of indoors.
Kayla, along with the rest of her 8th grade class, are learning about farming this year. Idea Eastside is just one of 12 Idea public schools with a farm on their campus. Students get to grow, plant, and harvest a variety of fruits and vegetables. All the food grown goes back to the school and back to the students.
We're growing food for the cafeteria. It kind of helps ensure that we have the healthiest meals and also subsidizes their costs.
Idea Eastside is one of the few Idea schools to have a hydroponic farm on its campus.
So first we put the seeds for the lettuce in here.
Inside this converted shipping container, students take leafy green vegetables like lettuce, spinach, and kale and put them into these columns.
We make sure, we put it here and we make sure that they have like this white part.
After they are put into the columns, they are exposed to LED lighting, and water that is treated with nutrients are then pushed into the plants to help them grow.
We're farming without soil. Everything is done with just water and nutrients, and it's a very contained and highly efficient system.
For the farmers at Idea Public Schools, they say this helps students not only prepare for their future, but also gain respect for where food comes from. As for Kayla, she knows that this is just the beginning.
Do you want to eventually, when you get older, have a garden of your own?
Yes.
Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
6:44.
And things are looking a little slow out there at Highway 90 at Loop 1604. Let's check back with Stephen Cavazos.
Yeah, things are moving pretty slow for drivers out there, guys. Let's get a wider look at TransGuide and show you what is taking shape out there. Not a lot happening in terms of issues, but we are seeing a lot more people wake up with us and get the morning commute rolling, but expect some slowdowns. It's always around this time. We have started morning rush, and we still have a few issues out there that could slow you down even more. 35 southbound, we have been watching this stalled vehicle for a little while now there near Thousand Oaks, and now we have a little bit of that buildup forming out there behind me. Again, if you're heading southbound, be on the lookout there, as well as 281 if you are heading there northbound along the northbound lanes near Jones-Maltzberger Road. I'm not seeing major delays here, but we are expecting to see a little bit more of that traffic buildup along the southbound lanes. Now, the wider view of the map, again, is going to show that same color that we see around this hour, the red and the orange taking over our map. I'm going to keep a close eye on things, but it looks like more stalled vehicles are popping up out on our roadways. Again, the morning commute off to a quiet start. No major issues to report, but congestion is building pack that patience, guys.
All right, if you have noticed, No Shade November is officially underway, and the men of KSAT growing out beards for a great cause.
You didn't say magnificent men.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The magnificent men of KSAT.
That's
How about
right.
the mighty men?
Jamie over there laughing.
We get the baritone-based voiceover.
Yeah.
That's right.
But KSAT is raising money for 12 cancer foundations, and if you'd like to donate, just scan that QR code on your screen right now to learn more.
So last year,
we raised more than $30,000.
Oh, no, I wanted to do the voice.
We raised more than $30,000.
the mighty men. There you
The mighty
go.
men of KSAT raised more than $30,000. And there's a look at the leaderboard.
There
Adam
it is.
Barraza in the lead, $250. Still trailing right behind him. Me and Justin Horn and Mike all tied, $225. But Mark, I know you're probably gonna get some of those donations.
Big jump today.
Yes, you are.
So I'm going to leapfrog somebody, but it's all for a great cause.
Yes.
And remember, we're only 9 days in.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mike, as I've said in past years, looks like look up Gordon's Fish Sticks. All he needs is the yellow rain slicker.
Yeah.
No.
That's
You know what?
great.
You also look like the captain of Titanic. Oh, you just need a little
Somebody
more.
else said the guy on the show Below Decks, that one
Oh,
captain, too.
yes.
Oh, yeah. I said that. Captain Lee.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do watch that.
It's
show.
called Team Gray Hair, so yeah.
Shameless
so whatever the
plug.
case is.
Wear it well, buddy.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, hey, speaking of wearing, grab a coat, even though you're not going to be wearing it this morning because we have some rain and cooler temperatures, not bone chilling. It will be sort of that damp chill out there because of all the humidity. Plenty of cloud cover. Was just talking to Justin, who was coming into work, and he said he saw a few little sprinkly showers, and we've got a couple of them. And, here on the northwest side, over there by SeaWorld, and then a little bit further up to the north, San Geronimo in towards Scenic Oaks. Again, a couple little, blinks here and there. There may be some mist and drizzle on top of that, but if you blink, you might miss it, as I was trying to say. And then a few more of these showers are developing. And right here in between Hondo and Sabinal, notice the direction of travel right there around Castroville as well. Everything is going from southwest to northeast, and then further up to the north, we've got this band of a little bit heavier rain, if you will, that's moving through western Kerr County and heading in toward Gillespie County. So winds right now. Notice how up there in Junction started to switch around to the northwest. So arguably in northeast and Ozona, so arguably the front is just edging its way into the hill country as of right now. Throughout the course of the morning, it continues its southeastward progress, and so therefore wind's going to be picking up. We're going to have gusty conditions today, and with those temperatures that will drop in the afternoon, not plummet, but just drop down a little bit, and some of that rain, jacket's definitely a good idea. And it's going to be gusty all day long, all night long, and then overnight into the first portion of the day tomorrow. So we will go up a little bit with temperatures just about to a normal high. So that'll go down in the record books as a normal high temperature. But of course, we hit it at noon, and then we'll be dropping down. Now, this may be, just looking at some of the latest data, pushing things a bit as far as low 60s, maybe mid 60s, but still, obviously, the trend is going to be to cool down. Now, there is some colder air up there to the north. We're starting to see a few more freezing temperatures, but again, I've been referencing back to the front a couple of weeks ago. This is not as cold of an air mass, and it's a very shallow air mass. So you see how this is down here at the surface, but then upstairs in the atmosphere, we've got the showers that are moving from southwest to northeast. So it's that overrunning. So that's why we're not going to see the big drop in temperatures. This is also why we keep all the clouds around here and some of that rain. And so that's what's just going to help to keep temperatures on the low side with that cloud cover. This will remain the case in the overnight hours through tomorrow, and then going into the weekend as well. That low is going to try to develop out there to the west, and that's going to give us another chance for some rain once we get into later Sunday as well as Monday. So the front's going to move through here in town, going for noon, and rain chances will definitely start to pick up. And then overnight, temperatures will drop down into the low 60s by late this afternoon. And then notice how there's really not much of a change in temperatures from the low to the high. A handful of degrees through the weekend. Rain tomorrow morning. We get a lull in the action tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday early. Still a shower here or there, but like for some of the Veterans Day events and the Veterans Day parade on Saturday, to be rain-free. Take a jacket with you, however. Back to the 70s by Wednesday, but another decent chance of rain Sunday into Monday.
We approve, though, overall.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice forecast, nice gray forecast for a while. So no problem, no complaints here.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, Admiral Osterhage. 650, 72 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. Yeah, it's starting in the 70s, not too bad. But again, like Mike reminded you, don't forget your jacket today. We'll be right back.
Again, we're spreading the word about the shoe and sock donations for the San Antonio Police Department Share the Shoes campaign. From now through December 12th, you could donate new shoes or socks to any of the 7 SAPD substations.
Every donation will be given to a child in need of new shoes through Zapatos, and last year's donations boosted their supply significantly. However, the need is always there.
Yeah, they're looking for shoes and socks of all ages. Another request is shoes for whiter feet. So if you'd like to donate for this great cause, bless you, Mike. We have all this information on ksat.com too if you'd like the information.
A long-standing San Antonio tradition, the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner is getting ready for the big day, but they're in need of volunteers.
The annual Thanksgiving dinner feeds thousands of people each year. If you'd like to volunteer, you can go to rauljimenezdinner.com to sign up.
And if you're interested in going to the dinner itself, it will be at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center on Thanksgiving Day, and VIA will be taking people to the event for free.
Right now, just about 5 till 7.
Let's check back with Stephen Cavazos.
Well, we made it through the show without any major incidents to report, but you're seeing slowdowns there as we get one last look outside. 35 at Southwest Military Drive. Traffic's not bad in that area, and that shot from TransGuide. But notice at 37 at Jones Avenue, we are starting to see it build up a little bit in the north and southbound lanes. Also reflecting there at 37 at Hot Wheels. Not that bad, but we are seeing people wake up, get the morning started with us. Be on the lookout. I-35 southbound at Thousand Oaks Drive. We still have that stalled vehicle out there. It is causing some issues for drivers. As you notice, those southbound lanes are now orange, and we also have the northbound lanes. A little bit of delay with traffic there as well. Taking a quick drive over here to 281 northbound at Jones Maltzberger. Another stall reported, but as we give you a wider view of the map, a few more stalls are popping up, but more of that congestion could be a headache for you. So I always like to say pack that patience with your cup of coffee. I will watch the roads closely throughout Good Morning America. Other than that, we are going to keep a close eye on things, Mike.
And some of those roads are getting damp, especially on the north and west side of San Antonio. And you can see a few more showers out there heading out 90 in toward Medina County, and then more out in the hill country. So this is out ahead of that front. No cool temperatures yet. Now the wind is starting to shift around out there northwest of Kerrville, out around Junction, starting to, and that's going to be the situation with the wind shifting around this morning through the hill country. Front comes through here in town at noon. We'll peak at 74 and then drop down into the lower 60s later on in the day. Very blustery with more showers throughout the day. And then we are going to have some rain to start off the day tomorrow. It stays cool all weekend.
Very nice.
Does.
Yeah. Well, we're prepared. We have the umbrella. We have the jackets. We're
Grab
ready.
it before you head out the door.
Thank you, Mike.
Have a great day.